Alright, now we're going to finish with this topic of coordinates and the number plane with the exercise 7 from the book International Mathematics 2. And in this exercise it says plot each set of points on separate number planes and join them to form right-angled triangles. By first finding the length of each shorter side, calculate the length of the hypotenuse in each. By the way, here they're saying leave your answers as square roots if necessary, and we will see why they're saying that. So we have 6 exercises here. I'm going to do 2 with you. You try to do the other 4. So let's go to our blackboard. And there it is, the exercise. Today I'm going to help you with exercise E and then with F. Here, as you can see, the coordinates are grouped in parentheses or brackets. And don't forget that every single time that you have it like this, the first number, it goes for the x-axis and the second number for the y-axis. It's always going to be that way. First number for the x-axis, second number to the y-axis. So now that you know that, let's try to graph them all. The first one is minus 3 in x, 4 in y. So we will look for minus 3 in x. There it is. And from here we're going to move up until we achieve 4 in y. There it is. Minus 3 in x, 4 in y. The next number, or the next point is 2 in x, 4 in y. Now let's look 2 in x. There it is. And from here we're going to move up until we get the 4 in y. There it is, 2 in x, 4 in y. The last number, or the last point, is 2 in x minus 1 in y. So here it is, 2 in x. And from here we're going to move down until we get the minus 1 in 1. There it is. 2 in x minus 1 in y. Now what we have to do is join the 3 points with some straight lines. Oh, sorry about that. Let's see. There it is. I have joined the 3 points with straight lines, and as you can see here we have a right triangle, and the right angle is right here. And it's quite easy to know how long is every one of the legs. Remember that the shortest sides of the right triangle are called sets in English, legs in English. And here one leg is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units long, and the other one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units long. And how can we do to calculate the hypotenuse? Okay, it's quite easy. And the Pythagorean theorem tells how we can do that. Hypotenuse is equal to the square root of one leg squared. Remember that one of those 2 legs is equal to 5. One leg squared plus the other leg squared. Remember, how do I know that it's 5 units long? Because I count them. Here I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in the other leg is the same situation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The thing is with the hypotenuse, we don't know how long is it. So we can calculate it thanks to the Pythagorean theorem. So 5 squared, it is 25. Plus 5 squared equals to 25, and that's going to be equal to the square root of 50. Now 50 doesn't have an integer square root, so that's where we're going to leave it that way. The square root of 49 is 7, the square root of 64 is 8, but there is no integer solution for the square root of 50, so we're going to leave it that way. That's why they're saying here, leave your answers as square roots if necessary. So we're going to leave it that way, okay? Now let's try to solve one another, this time with exercise F. In exercise F, we have to graph some other points. I need more space here. Okay, that would do it. Don't forget that the first number, it goes to the x-axis, and the second number for the y-axis. So let's move it on. And the first point, it is in -2 in x, here it is -2, and -2 in y. So from here we're going to move down until we reach the -2 in y. There it is, -2 in x, -2 in y. The next point is 3 in x, 4 in y. 3 in x is right here, and from here we're going to move up until we reach the 4 in y. There. Finally, the last point is 3 in x minus 2 in y. So here we are in 3 in x, and from here we're going to move down until we reach the -2 in y. There. 3 in x minus 2 in y. And with those 3 points, I can join them with some straight lines. There they are, and once again we have a right triangle. And we can calculate the hypotenuse, the longest side, knowing how long are the shortest side or legs. So the hypotenuse is equal to the square root of one of the legs squared, and let's see how long is it. Okay, here I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units long. So I'm gonna write 6 squared plus, how long is the other leg? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units long. There. Okay, now it's time to calculate that. The square root of 66 squared is 36, and 5 squared it's 25. Now we must add those two numbers, and the answer is 61. Now 61 doesn't have, the square root of 61 is not an integer. We have the square root of 64, which is 8, and the square root of 49, which is 7. But the square root of 61 doesn't have an integer solution, so we're going to leave it that way. Okay, we don't have to do anything else here, so that's the answer. The hypotenuse is the square root of 61. You try to solve the others. One of those, I believe, it will have an integer solution. Some others won't, so I know you will do it just fine. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video with some other topics, and goodbye.